Day 71, Red Ranger broilers, start of week 11. They're doing really well. I'm moving them every morning, filling up their water and their food, putting down wood chips where they were the day before. Here's the 14 smaller ones, loving life, eating their breakfast. So far, it's a beautiful start to week 11. Day 72, Red Ranger broilers. They're doing awesome, as you can see. I move them every morning. That way they have fresh ground and they don't have to be in their own filth. Moving right along. There's 14 smaller ones. They're also doing wonderful. Enjoying their fresh moves every morning. They're eating right at 9 trays of food a day between the two tractors. Doing real well. Oh, you hear that? That's one of my roosters. One of my cockerels. Which one was it? Which one was the loud one over here, huh? But they're doing awesome. Day 73, Red Ranger broilers. They're doing awesome. They're getting huge, as you can see. They're already the size of my egg layers. Even the smaller ones are about the size of Sketchy. Continuing to move them every morning. Make sure that they have enough food and enough water. And pretty much on autopilot. Here are the 13 larger ones. Here's the 14 smaller ones. Looks like I might only have one rooster in here and a bunch of hens, or maybe 2 roosters. Yeah, there might be 2 roosters in here. He might be a rooster back there. But they're enjoying being on new ground every morning. They're loving life. Well, I came out to give them their dinner, and this chicken is dead. He got up to 94 today. I'm assuming that he has heat stroke or whatever, because I don't see any kind of markings or anything on this chicken to tell me anything other than that happened. So we're down to 26 Red Rangers now. This one's not feeling too hot either. Come on, drink some more waters. Just keep drinking more waters so you feel better. There you go. Drink some waters, you'll feel better. I know it's hot today. Put this one in with Bertha for a little bit, see whether I can nurse her back to health or not. She needs to keep drinking water. Day 74, Red Ranger broilers. I ended up having 2 die yesterday. It was about 95 degrees. I think they overheated. Um, they both tractors still had half a bucket full of water, so they had access to their water. So I'm not really sure why they died, other than just an excessive amount of heat. These 14 are still alive and doing well, so hopefully they continue to do well. Continue to move them every morning, make sure that they're on fresh ground. These 14 are loving life, doing real good. Day 75 Red Ranger broilers. I went ahead and moved one of the larger of the 14 over to this tractor. With the two that died, there are now 12 in here and 13 in that tractor. No chickens died yesterday, which is good. It was still in the 90s. I'm not sure why those two died the day before yesterday, but I mean, other than maybe heat stroke or whatever, but they still had over half a bucket of water. So I'm not really sure why they would have heat stroked out like that. There's a 13 smaller. They're doing really good. Even with even the day that the two chickens died, these ones seem to be doing really well. I don't know whether it's because these are mostly female and smaller, so they don't have the mass that the two that died the day before yesterday had. I'm not really sure. But at least this tractor seems to be doing really, really good. Day 76, Red Ranger broilers. Since I had that issue with my two Red Rangers dying, I was watching them, and the only places that they were at were the places that it was shaded. So I went ahead and covered it. I mean, there's some spots where, you can't get under the water or stuff like that, or some cracks or whatever, but I'd say it's about 95% covered. And it seems to be working. They're able to spread out a lot more. But they're doing really, really well. Day 77, Red Ranger broilers. End of week 11. I ended up blocking off all the top so that they have more shade underneath. For the last 3 days, I've been adding watermelon to make sure that they stay hydrated. They seem to be doing a whole lot better. I have to thank my friend for coming by. She had some leftover watermelon rinds and whatnot. She heard about my dilemma about my two chickens dying, and she didn't like it. So she brought me over some leftover watermelon rind, which, makes perfect sense. In the summertime here in Florida, we eat a lot of watermelon during the summer. Keeps us hydrated. So it's keeping them hydrated as well. That will probably be a staple that I buy every week, is probably a couple of watermelons to make sure I can keep them in watermelon. If this is your first time here, go ahead and check out the rest of my weeks. If you like what you see, hit that like button. Leave a comment down below if you live in Florida and you could have told me, hey, once it starts getting hot, add some watermelon in. It'll fix all your problems. Stay tuned to week 12. I want to thank you for watching. Ask that you subscribe. Leave a comment. Leave a thumbs up. Hit that bell. That way you'll be notified when I put out new videos.